down, could I remind you that phones, please, if you could set them to stun or to vibrate or to no sound at all, that would be great. And also a reminder that there's no picture taking during the service. Thank you.
In just a moment, we're going to be using these blue books. They're called Mishkan Tefillah. They are the larger of the blue books, either in the seat pocket in front of you or maybe actually on your seat. You're a congregation, not an audience. So anytime you can join in is much appreciated. You also, excuse me, you also were given a piece of candy which you will gently lob at the end of the service. But if you would be kind enough now to place that piece of candy underneath your seat, and I'll tell you why. There's really nothing more distracting than listening to plastic rumble. If you've ever been to the symphony while someone undoes a lozenge, you could lose your ever-loving mind. So please put the piece of candy underneath your seats. We are so thrilled to have you with us celebrating this momentous moment in Rowan and her parents and her grandparents' life. And we are thrilled that you've chosen to be with us here at Emmanuel this morning. We'll begin with a song without words, a nigun, your first opportunity to join in.
So the nigun has no words, as the cantor just said, to get you into the spirit of Shabbat and bring peace into your life. La 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 la
We'd like to invite forward one of Rowan's grandparents, Rosalie Fruchter, for the presentation of a talit.
Rowan, it is with great pleasure, honesty, love, delight. This talit was made for me when I celebrated my bat mitzvah at the age of 69. And it is now, I am presenting it to you because you are a bat mitzvah. And I am so proud of you and I'm so happy and enjoy it. So wrap yourself in it. Say the bracha.
Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu melech haolam, asher kitshanu mitzvotav, v'tzivanu l'hikatev b'tzit.
And now wrap yourself around it in prayer. Amen.
Page 186, these big blue books. 186. come be comfortable. We continue our service on page 192 with the singing of Ma Told If there is a seat next to you, would you be kind enough to raise your hand and invite someone to come sit by you? Please.
Thank you, everybody. You want to be comfortable?
For sure. There are many blessings in our world. One of them is those who have just walked in. All of you here, all of you, late or early, you are a blessing. What you choose to do with that inherent gift, the gift that you were given from the moment God breathed air into you, is your choice. You can use it to lift up, or you can use it to drag down. Today I invite you to take this moment, this exquisite moment, as this child asserts their obligation to rise up, to join them in that activity. A series of blessings that Rowan will chant are found on page 198. You have merely to say Amen to make each of them true.
Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu melech haolam, asher natan lasechem binah, v'chakim beino u'bein layla.
Amen.
Baruch atah Adonai, Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu melech haolam, Hokea ivri.
Amen.
Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu melech haolam, matir asuri.
Amen.
Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu melech haolam, zokeh kefufi.
Amen.
Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu melech haolam, roga haaretz al hamayim.
Amen.
Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu melech haolam, hameithim mitzadei gaber.
Amen.
Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu melech haolam, nalbish aruvim.
Amen.
Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu melech haolam, hanotein maya'eh kavah.
Amen.
Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu melech haolam, hamavir shenach me'enai, v'numa be'achapai.
Amen.
Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu melech haolam, she'asani b'tzelem Elohim.
Amen.
Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu melech haolam, she'asani bat chorim.
Amen.
Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu melech haolam, she'asani Yisrael.
Amen.
Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu melech haolam, ozer Yisrael v'gevurah.
Amen.
Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu melech haolam, oter Yisrael v'shofara.
Amen.
Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu melech haolam, asher kishanu mitzvotav, v'tzivanu la'asot b'divrei Torah.
Amen.
And what is the answer to being told blessings surround you and are inside of you? There can be only one, and that is hallelujah. Thanks, God. Page 218.
Hallelujah. 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 El control. Hallelujah. Hallelujah. People of time. Hallelujah. All right, come on. Hallelujah. 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 We take our Shabbat. Hallelujah. And let us rejoice. Hallelujah. With my heart. Hallelujah. We give them God.
We're going to invite Roman back forward. This is a very big deal indeed. Reading Torah doesn't make you a bat or bar mitzvah. No, leading your congregation in prayer does. Being obliged, having it be your mandate to lead the congregation. So we're going to invite you to rise as for the first time. Rowan takes their place among the generations to lead her people. Please rise. Page 231, I invite you to please read with me. Love your neighbor as yourself, you said, and light-blinded we saw that inner and outer worlds are one, as you are one. You spoke and we wrote. We reached for you down centuries, your light moving before us. As we climbed, fell back, and climbed again, your Sinai. Baruch atah Adonai, haboher ve'amon Yisrael, ve'ahava. Page 232.
Shema Yisrael, Adonai, Eloheinu, Adonai,
Ani
optimism and sadness. The sadness stems from the fact that although our freedom has been realized, it hasn't been realized for all. And if there is one of us who is not free, none of us are. And so, the joy that we see is the fact that we can change that, that we are action, we can be peace, we can be change. So, we call this the woo meter. Page 240 will show you where to woo, but we are very proficient at it, especially rowing. She's one of the best wooers I know.
Oh, for sure.
240. Okay, you're ready. I didn't feel that wooing was your best thing. However, there are many more chances for you to be part of as opposed to be watching. And we look forward to that. So don't be afraid. Sometimes I sing words that aren't there. Page 242. This is a story of our people. We invite you to rise.
Adonai, Shabbat, eternal God, Lord of kindness, let my mouth may declare your glory. Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu, Elohei Avotenu V'Imotenu, Elohei Abraham, Elohei Yitzhak, Elohei Yaakov, Elohei Sarah, Elohei Rivka, Elohei Leah, Elohei Rachel, Ha'el HaGadol, Ha'ikor HaNorah, El Elyon, Gomel Hasadim Tovim, Ve'Gonei Ha'akol, V'Zoter Rasei HaPorim, U'Mevi Yulah L'nei B'nei Hana, L'ma'an Shalom Ve'ahava, Melech Ozer Mashiach U'Magen, Baruch atah Adonai, Magen Avraham, Ve'ezrat Sarah, Atah Gibor Le'olam Adonai, Mechayer HaKol Atah, Rav LeMoshiach, Mashiach HaRuach, Mori HaRashem, Mechaker HaYimazeh, Mechayer HaKol Rachamim Rabim, Sorel
Page 248. Nekadesh Shikha, Keshem Shikha, Oh, Tobi Shema, Kakatu, Kadosh, 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 Adonai Zedaot, Melech Haaretz, Kedmono. Ani Rayre, Adonai Aleinu, Ma'ir Shimo, Bechol Haaretz, Baruch Gedol Adonai, Miloho. Echad Elohei, Hu Avinu, Hu Melkei, Hu Moshiach, Hu Yashvinu, Berachama V'Kol Chai. Ani Adonai Elohei, Yimloch Adonai Le'olam, Elohai Tzion, Ledor Vador. Hallelujah. I invite you to take your own journey now. Whether you listen to the meditations in your heart or you use the words on the page, when you get to either page 260 or your time with your private meditations, please be seated and we know then it's time to move on. Please, there are a few seats up here. Oh, say shalom, Hallelujah, say shalom, Shalom,
surrounded by your family, friends, and your community. We share these prayers we have for you. May you have the ability to make your hopes and dreams come true, and may you see your visions come to be. May you be blessed with patience and understanding, with wisdom and compassion in your heart and deeds.
May your deeds support justice and righteousness, and your goodness serve as an example to those around you. May your enthusiasm for learning continue throughout your life and bring you great personal joy and fulfillment. May your Judaism not be something inherited, but something to be discovered.
We invite forward Eric, and Elizabeth, as well as our esteemed grandparents and Aunt Gail. Please rise. All right, in these smaller blue books, some of them are on those magazine stands, some of them are in the pockets in front of you. You can find what Rowan is reading on page 108. They're the smaller, chubbier blue books. 108. It is the privilege of this congregation to invite forward Rowan Gabrielle Victor to Torah.
Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu haolam, asher bahar banu mikol ha'amim, v'natan lanu et Torato. Baruch atah Adonai, noten haTorah. Amen. Vayahi achar hadvarim ha'ela, v'ha'elohim et Abraham vayomer ela Abraham vayomer hineni vayomer
Omer, Kachna, et Bincha, et Yehidecha, Asher Ahavta, et Yitzhak, V'lechecha, El Eretz Hamoria, V'ha'alei Le'olah, Al Echad Hecharim, Asher Omar Elecha, Vayashem Avraham Baboker, Vayahavot et Hamorot, Vayikat et Shnei, Na'ara Ito, Ve'ez Yitzhak Beno, Vayakach Atzei Olah, Vayakum Vayelech El HaMakom, Asher Amar Lo HaElohim. Sometime afterward, God put Abraham to the test. He said to him, Abraham, and he answered, Here I am. And he said, Take your son, your favored one, Isaac, whom you love, and go to the land of Moriah, and offer him there as a burnt offering on one of the heights that I will point out to you. So early next morning, Abraham saddled his donkey and took with him 2 of his servants and his son, Isaac. He split the wood for the burnt offering, and he set out for the place of which God had told him. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, asher natan lanu Torat emet, v'chayei olam atah b'tocheinu. Baruch atah Adonai noten haTorah.
As the Torah is in our midst, our thoughts turn to those who are in need of healing at this particular time. Whether it's body or soul, it makes no difference. Your ability to keep them in your heart strengthens them more than you have probably ever known. Our congregation has been asked to think of the following. I have a lot of papers up here, probably too many. Let's do this first. If you would kindly, if there is a name that you are thinking of, would you please speak now? Speak out the name in a beautiful voice.
Dan,
Sarah Beth, are there any other in the chat? I'll take that as a good sign. Our congregation's been asked to remember and think of Aviva Lisa, Laura Kina Aronson, Davida Berman, Harvey Bowler, David Burchett, Fega Sora Bachaya, Felicia Dunnigan, Jonah Enbar, Doreen Evans, Reverend Dirk Fika, Eslin Garb, Phyllis Goldblatt, Don Randolph, Mamie Harris, Leah Jones, Harold Katz, Jeffrey Krause, Roy Lloyd, Miriam Lyon, Gerald Marks, Eileen Nichols, Jimmy Miller, Sharon Montesi Garson, Nikki Moulton, Moshe Ben Natan, Irene Noverstadt, Amber Noy, Aaron Potter, Gary Priest, Rodney Qualls, Rich Reeson, David Rosenthal, Alan Sager, Casey Sienga, Kristen Rouse Skinner, Rob Stein, Tolly Stein, Keith Sutton, Cameron Michael Taft, Rose Trachtenberg, Yosef Raphael Ben. We join together and sing.
Help
our lives a blessing, and let us sing, Amen, Amen. Let's those in need of healing with the wash them off. The renewal of body, the renewal of spirit, and let us sing, Amen.
This Torah portion, Vayera, or He saw, focuses on the story of God asking Abraham to go up on a mountain and do the unthinkable, sacrifice his own son, Isaac. Isaac, who was God's gift to Sarah and Abraham at their old age. While many people see this as God testing Abraham's faith, it also makes us think about the question, are we disloyal to God if we question what God asks us to do, if it goes against what we believe is right? Are we allowed to question God if we find what we are asked to do seems unjust? Some themes in this portion that we can relate to our lives are belief and sacrifice. We can find these themes when we sacrifice things that we like for things that are more necessary, like choosing not to eat something unhealthy in exchange for something better. These themes also relate to some Jewish holidays. For example, on Yom Kippur, we sacrifice eating all day to atone for our sins, or on Passover, where the theme of belief shows when the Jewish people were in desperate need of help, and when they believed in God, they were able to safely cross the Red Sea. It also makes us think about whether or not God requires sacrifice, and if we are allowed to argue or bargain with God. A connection that we can make is tests, as the first verse states that God puts Abraham to the test. Every day, we are faced with tests we must pass. This may also make us wonder about whether or not these tests have been given to us by God. It also makes us think about the good and bad of our situation, just as Abraham took the time to do. For his choice, he had to choose between the positive of the situation, proving his allegiance to God, and the negative, having to sacrifice his son. Also, how would you respond? Would you say yes, proving your loyalty, but losing something important to you? Or say no and argue, not want to have to lose something important? There's a ton of people I want to thank for making this event so possible. First, all of the people who traveled from different cities and states to be here, thank you. It means so much that you were able to be here for this. Second, everybody who lives closer and was able to come, thank you as well. Third, thank you to everyone who participated in the service. This is a huge part of my life, and you helped me so much by just being part of it. Fourth, Cantor Shelley, thank you so much for helping me learn everything I needed for this, and being patient when I had no clue what I was doing. That was a good amount of time. Last but definitely not least, my parents, who have helped me through the last 6 months of preparation. I love you guys so much, and I would not sacrifice. I hope you know that. You helped me so much, from planning everything to driving me here for meetings with Cantor, from getting invitations to helping me get over the fact that I was going to miss my friend's birthday party to be here. My Haftorah portion is 2 Kings, chapter 4, verses 32 through 35. It focuses on Elisha, a disciple of the prophet Elijah, and the miracles he performs, specifically being called upon to perform the resurrection.
I'm sure your parents feel much relieved after letting them know that they were safe. If you would like to follow along with Rowan, you can do so. Those same shorter, chunkier blue books, page page 117, verse 5.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher bahar b'vi'im tovim v'ratzah v'divreihem hanehari be'emet. Baruch atah Adonai haboher b'torah Moshe amro Israel amar u'b'nbi'eh ha'emet v'atzeh. Amen. Vayavo Elisha habayta v'hineh hana'ar מת mושכב על מיטתו. ויבוא ויסגור הדלת בעד שניהם ויתפלל אל אדוני. Elisha went into the house, and there was the dead boy lying on his bed. He went in, shut the door on the two of them, and prayed to the Eternal. Then he stretched himself over the boy, placing his mouth, eyes, and hands on the boy's mouth, hands, and eyes. He crouched over him, and the boy's body grew limp. Elisha got up, walked to and fro about the house, and again crouched over him. The boy then sneezed 7 times and opened his eyes. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam zur kol haolamim tzaddik b'chol hadarot ha'el ha'nehar ha'omer v'oseh ha'medaber u'kayeh shekol devarav emet v'tzedek al haTorah ve'al ha'avodah ve'al ha'di'im ve'al ha'shabbat hazeh Adonai Eloheinu, v'kdusha v'lenuha, v'chavod v'tifaret. Al hakol Adonai Eloheinu, anachnu modim lach, v'mbarchim otach, yitbarach shemcha, v'fi kol chai, tamid le'olam va'ed. Baruch atah Adonai, v'kadesh b'Shabbat.
We'd like to invite forward Noah Harris, Weston Harris, Ethan Harris, Josh Mann, and Alexander and Lindsay. We invite you to please rise. Let's go. You may be seated.
Rowan. The word proud does not aptly communicate how both your pops and I are feeling right now. I'd love to stand here today and share with everyone how amazing we believe you are. However, if you look around the sanctuary, thanks for not a surprise. However, if you look around the sanctuary, you'll see that we're not the only ones. As you shared in your Torah portion, life can be viewed as a series of tests. Some of these tests are more challenging than others, and the choices that you make will continue to foster your growth and learning as an adult. You will make mistakes or bad choices, but the key is to learn from them and not to repeat the same mistake. You impress me every day. Some days you try to teach me about an anime character whose name I will not remember by the end of the conversation, but you explain it with such enthusiasm that I want to learn. You show compassion for others, which is something that isn't taught. It's part of who you are. You exude pride in knowing who you are and having a voice to declare it. You demonstrate confidence every day by going out into the world, expressing yourself freely through your fashion choices. And you communicate your opinion, some may say in an argumentative way, but that's the part you get from your papa. Rowan, my being, these attributes and the many more that you possess are why we are here today. In your young life, you have already been through a series of tests and have come through flying colors. The key is to string all of the tests together with strength, humility, love, and laughter to build a meaningful and full life. Most of the people in this room have watched you transition from a baby into the impressive young adult before us. We are all here as your people, your family, community, to support you through your tests and celebrate.
First, I want to associate myself with everything that Mitzi just said. That was heartfelt and very spot on, at least most of it. At least the part that didn't relate to me. But in an ideal world, I'd stop talking now, but we do need to fill up a few more minutes in the program before lunch, so I'll press ahead. Rowan, B, many other nicknames that we won't go through this morning. We're so proud of you, and more importantly, you should be proud of yourself. Today is the public ritual aspect of the bat mitzvah, and you have performed brilliantly, but the hard work and preparation and personal growth began many moons ago. Amidst the difficulties of the pandemic and all its discontent and disappointments, you started this journey to get us here today. Virtual tutoring with Cantor Shelley, practicing at home, and facing daily interrogation from me and your mom, or often your grandparents, asking you whether you practice for your bat mitzvah. A question you won't ever have to answer again. But you dedicated yourself to the task, and you put in the thought and the work, and you did so without complaining and with a smile, mostly, in your own quiet and determined way. Your bat mitzvah path was an interesting process to observe, and the results today are inspiring. More inspiring will be watching as your journey continues. Your mom and I and all our friends and family here today will certainly be here to support you and encourage you. There is a refrain in our family about you. Looks like Mitzi and acts like Marcus. But no doubt, looking like Mitzi is better than looking like Marcus. But the rest of that saying, while funny, is misplaced. You act like you, and that is pretty great. You are adventurous, artistic, kind, compassionate, confident, wickedly funny, intelligent, and passionate about the things you believe in and the things that interest you, even when you have to explain them to me multiple times. I love our time together, our small adventures and our big adventures. Parasailing in Jamaica, eating sushi in London, eating gelato 4 times in one day in Italy, biking around everywhere. I love when you share your creativity, your writing, your artwork. I love listening to you playing guitar, listening to you play the flute, watching you play volleyball, going for tacos with you, going to our favorite bookstores, searching in Chicago for the best chai tea, or just walking to the Jewel. I also enjoy watching baseball with you, most of the times. In the words of your Grandpa Newt, your epistle, don't let go of these qualities and don't let go of your conscience and convictions. And when you see wrong, continue to make things right. And as proud as your mom and I are of you today, we're equally joyful and thankful that so many of our family and friends are here to celebrate. Many of you have traveled from California, New York, Brooklyn, Manhattan, and Long Island, Florida, Memphis, Atlanta, Pennsylvania, St. Louis, Baltimore, Michigan, Indiana, Wisconsin, across Chicago, and many people from the Republic of Belle Plaine Avenue. We're tremendously thankful for all of you. I'm at a loss for words, and most of you know that's not a condition that I usually suffer, but it's really difficult to express how grateful Rowan, Mitzi, and I are for all of you being here in our presence. I think being together for these kinds of life cycle events gives hope and meaning to all of our lives, and we need those kinds of things now more than ever. It's hard to emerge and re-engage from the pandemic, and we're really touched that everyone was happy and possible to be here today. And finally, I know I went past my 2.5 minutes. I want to thank I'll get through this. I want to close by thanking Ruthie and Cantor Shelley for adding music, joy, fun, and grace to the service. Cantor Shelley also deserves immense thanks for guiding Rowan on this journey and getting them ready for the bat mitzvah. Cantor Shelley not only taught Rowan the chanting in Hebrew necessary for today, but more importantly, you helped Rowan define how Judaism can be part of her life and help be a good human. One of the unexpected joys of this bat mitzvah process was getting to know the Cantor and Ruthie much better, and they certainly reflect the best of the Emmanuel congregation community. And finally, Rowan and I are deeply grateful to Mitzi, the driving force of our family, for making this bat mitzvah weekend so special. Thank you.
You're not supposed to make the kids cry.
I'm not supposed to make me cry. That's not my fault.
We'd like to invite forward Jamie and Rob, and I invite you to please rise. Rowan and Parashat, actually you may be safe for Rowan and Parashat Vayera, there's much that happens. Not just the difficult and heart-wrenching tale of test and struggle for you. When I shared with you all the different narratives within this parasha, you decided you wanted to tackle the most challenging piece, the binds of Isaac. This says so much about your character. You don't shy away from hard things. Instead, you work toward understanding and digesting them. You are a very thoughtful and critical thinker who works diligently to explore all sides of the matter. I shared with you that Judaism doesn't shy away from challenging texts either. Our people are called Yisrael, and it means one who struggles with God. We don't accept things blindly. We turn things over and over again until we understand all the permutations. Frankly, this painful chapter could have easily been swept under the rug and not been included in our sacred books. But instead, the redactors and editors of Torah decided there were lessons learned, that Abraham, the brilliant statesman, might well have been less than brilliant parent. We also discussed the word v'ha'alehu. It can be translated as sacrifice, but it really means to lift up. We hear the root of the word in aliyah, to ascend the bima, either to do a Torah lesson or to read Torah itself. It's possible that Abraham was simply meant to lift Isaac up, that God was not asking for his sacrifice at all. We will never know. I believe, however, that the lifting up of others is our sacred call as a people. As I'm sure you recognize even in your scant 13 years on this planet, the world is not always an open and accepting place. But we are taught in our tradition that everyone, that's right, everyone, not just the people you believe, share your opinion, or not just the people like you, everyone is created b'tselem Elohim, in the image of God. And recognizing people's godliness is the first step in treating people with the respect and honor they so richly deserve. I feel silly telling you this. Your heart overflows with goodness and kindness. It literally seeps from your pores and shines in your eyes. You see people that sell Elohim, created in the divine image. We need you, Lord, to act as a salve for those who don't feel supported and cared for those who don't feel seen, that you might lift them up and not sacrifice their dignity. Let you and your mom and your dad turn and look at your congregation. Tricky, I know where your time is. This morning has not been about performance or culmination. It has been a celebration of this sacred beginning. You now take your place among the Jews who have come before you and say, "Amen. Here I am." And these people assembled here today are your posse. These are the folks who are here to guide you, support you, who love you, Rowan. I am so grateful to have had the privilege to teach you, but I even feel more blessed for the gift of you teaching me too. Would you please open the outdoors? Congregation, would you please rise? May God bless you and keep you. May God smile upon you, always be gracious to you. May God lift up your Buddha, that God might shine in you and shine through you and give you always the gift of wholeness and the gift of peace. And we all say, Amen. You may be seated. Page 586. I invite you to rise, really. You may be seated. In a moment, we'll be on page 598. It is a fearful thing to love what death can touch. A fearful thing to love, hope, dream, to be. To be, oh, to lose. A thing for fools this, and a holy thing to love. For your life is lived in me, your laugh once lived in me, your word was gift to me. To remember this brings a painful joy. 'Tis a human thing, love, a holy thing, to love what death has touched. In this list, additionally, are names from the Bond Foot family, as well as the yard site of this congregation. Esther Albert, Betty Bentheim, Retta Bergman, Jack Bergman, Burns Hope, Maxine Schneider-Dober, Zissa Ehrlich, Eva Ellman, Jerome Frucht, Barbara Fruchter, Bernie Fruchter, Lily Galfand, Hannah Goldsmith, Herman Lisa Goldstucker, Wheezy Grillstein, Ethel Harrison, Phyllis Hartog, Dorothy Heyman, Samuel S. Hollander, Aaron Kahn, Joyce Klaus, Morris Lowenstein, Marie Lynn, Selma S. Meyer, Samuel Nurnberg, Harold Jerome Rothenberg, David B. Siegel, Ben Silver, David L. Silverstein, Reva Volke, Dorothy Wales, Hattie Weisberg, Morris Wenning, Gertrude Zoller, and in recent days, Ben Smolensky, Mitzi Friedman, Kenny Sharp, Theodore Berlin, Linda Guth, Marcia Hartman. Sarah Beth, are there any others in YouTube land?
There are a couple of names. Tamil Black, Janet Gross.
Thank you. And in our congregation acknowledgement. Then I invite, please, those in mourning to rise first, and those whose custom it is to join me. Page 598. Yitzhak, the Yitzhak, Shemei, Amen. The Allah, Ibrahim, the Amli, Malate, the Chayach, Ubyom, Uchaye, Bechor, Beit Israel, Ba'agalah, Ubizman, Kabri, the Imeru, Amen. Yesh, Shemei, Rabba, Rabba, Eram, Amei, Amaya, Yitbarach, Vishkach, Vihar, Vihrahman, Vihaseh, Vihar, Talal, Shemei, Kusha, Vihar, Le'ela, Mikol, Bir, Fatah, Vishkach, Tushkach, Clara, Nakamata, Damiran, Be'eram, Imeru, Amen. Yehei, Shalom, Rabba, Mishrael, V'chanim, Alein, Be'akol Yisrael, V'Imeru, Amen. Oseh Shalom B'Brahma, Uda Aseh Shalom, Alein, Be'akol Yisrael, V'Imeru, Amen. May the source of peace send peace to all of you bereaved among us, and let us all say, Amen. Before I invite forward members of our community, I would like the members of our Emmanuel Religious Group to please rise so they might be acknowledged. Oh, yeah. We are so proud of all of you. You may be seated. We'd like to invite forward as our board presenter. center and president, we call him El Jefe, David Rakowski, from the Medical Manual, David Fleischman, from our religious school, Deborah Heyman, and from our Ishaz, Heather Mosley.
Lord, I want to let you know, first of all, that it's been a great honor to be here and be led by you in this service. Thank you. On behalf of the men of the manual, I want to present to you this cup, which on the cover it says Kiddush cup, but really it's an ordinary cup until you use it. And it's sanctified to be your Kiddush cup. Mazel tov.
I'm part of the Bell Plain Republic, so I'm also up here representing the Pieces of the Manual, which is our inclusive women and women who identify women group that brings the community together. So, Rowan, this is your candlestick. May they light your life as you take them from house to house, and always remember your message. We're very proud of you.
Mazel tov. This is my favorite job ever because I taught elementary fourth grade, and to see them get to here is absolutely amazing to me. So from the school, I have a Tanakh. You don't have to. You can read along with me. And they're supposed to be certificates that are here. Anyhow, Mazel tov, and amazing, and I really enjoy it. Thank you.
And Ms. President School last. So, for my friends in the back row, pop quiz. Bump, set, spike. Everyone here knows that you've been on a team, it takes teamwork to make a great play. Today, you made the spike. Your parents and family may have bumped. Our religious school community, our educators, Cantor Shelley, Ruthie, we're here to set, and you spiked. You led us in a beautiful service and really demonstrated what it means to be part of the Jewish community. And we're just really very proud of you and all you've achieved. So, on behalf of the board, on behalf of the whole synagogue, we present you with a book. It's called On the Doorsteps of Your House. It's everything you need to know about having your own Jewish household one day. And it's never too early to start. There's lots of great traditions. There will also be a certificate, but it's going to be mailed. You know, you can't be on time with everything. So, for everybody who's here visiting with us today, thank you for being here and celebrating the moments of the mitzvah. And we hope we'll see you again sometime. And mazel tov to you and to your family. Thank you. Shabbat shalom.
Now, when I'm going to invite you, you can be down so here, I can see. Hello, Kiddush cup was cool. Come on over here. On page 644, you'll find our closing song. Many, many thanks to the Fruchter-Baum clan, to all of you who helped us make Shabbat happen, to this amazing young adult, to Ruth, to Sarah Beth, who is running our show on the TV. I don't know how it works. We're going to close together with Hinei Matov. It means how wonderful it is that we can all dwell together. Don't worry, I haven't forgotten about the candy. I just want to get out of the way before that happens. So, Hinei Matov, page 640.
644, and when I asked Rowan what closing song she'd like, I suggested Hinei Matov, and Mitzi said, I was singing that song this morning. Dun, dun, dun. So there's no reason we wouldn't do Hinei Matov. So for you, Rowan, you help me with that, okay? Take that first. Hinei Matov, Anai,
Any kids that want candy can get it.
Everyone wants you guys. Hi. So.